Good morning, all. I guess it's been a long time since I've done a video, so let's take a walk through and see what I'm working on this beautiful sunny day. Of course, the rain's coming in tonight and snow, so I wait until the last day. Always. So here is the remainder of my mulch pile, and if you've been to the house, you know I probably trucked in 15 loads of mulch, and it was supposed to be gone before summer was over. But I'm almost done. I've got this going. I'm really happy about it. And right now I'm mulching the garden. I need to mulch where I'm planting the spelt next spring. And I'm going to run out of mulch, but don't tell the German. He'll kill me. Okay, so we are back to the ponds that I'm hand digging. This little island, this guy right in front of us, he's gonna stay, probably get a little smaller. This will all go. This will be deeper. We have a big marshy area here. The overflow goes. Right now we're getting the water from the water barrel. Am I making you dizzy? We're getting the water from the water barrel. Roger hooked up a little hose here. And so the overflow is supposed to go here. This is the only water barrel we haven't put up for the winter. This honestly shouldn't be hooked up, because how do you dig when it's full of water? I like to do things hard way, I guess. Here are my little garlic. And hopefully in the spring we'll have nice garlic, and I will, if this is successful, I will put out another tub and replant for fall. I got the garlic from the garden store down the street, and so I will probably replant with what I get in the spring, and hopefully get enough garlic to last a year, and we don't have to buy it anymore. This is my little layered tulip pot. They are layered according to when they bloom. First year ever tried this. Every time I plant tulips, the squirrels dig them up and eat them. If I put down bone meal, it keeps them away, but then the dogs dig them up because it smells like meat and it's good. This is my saffron, and this didn't bloom. This is the first year. I just got these. I don't think I planted them soon enough after they arrived. Everything. Sorry, I'm watching my hawks. My hawks are visiting, and they're screeching. I guess they stay out here all winter, and then come spring, I put them in the garage so they don't ever get moisture. Put them back out in the fall, they'll bloom, and I'll have saffron. This is an experiment I know nothing about, so we will see how this goes. I am in the process of putting my garden's still not in bed like it's supposed to be. As you can see, I'm putting down another mulch layer. The back of my garden is, I let these grow because I didn't know what they were. They are burrs that stay on my dogs and don't like to vacuum up in my house. So those will be chopped down eventually. I don't chop down a lot in the winter because birds really hang out here. They love this area, so I don't do much chopping. Basically, I'm chopping because this is my willow fence. You guys remember me planting this? Some of it did really well. Look at that tall baby. And some are very struggling quite a bit. I will, come spring, chop it down, replant the stems, and still work on my willow fence, even though I'm going to put a bigger rail fence behind it. So here's my mess I'm working on here. I had to, this is a great, the dogs are now going through the garden because it is, they don't have plants, so now there's no boundaries. But I discovered I can store my tomato cages in the garden and they don't walk through them anymore. These are my new compost bins. Now, these are tied together with string. They're not permanent because I am just testing it out. This last one here was originally for duck poo, which you guys know I don't have my ducks yet, and I probably won't have them for a while. This will now be my cat litter poo since I switched to the pine pellets and I can compost that. I'm keeping that separate because when you're dealing with poop, you have to age that for 2 years before it's safe to use, like on root vegetables. I could probably pull it off to put it around trees and that before the 2 years, but I'd rather be safe. My little empty ones, I set this up because turning compost is what, let's go down to this one. Turning compost is what makes it break down faster. It's a heat thing. This is my household weights. This is this year's. I just started this one. And what I will do instead of turning is just to transfer it into this bin. And this looks full. It's not full. It's all those branchy, stupid things. And so I'll just put this on top of it. And I'll go back and forth. And then hopefully maintain more heat. This is the compost that has been breaking down all of last year. I don't add anything else to it. I will do the transferring it to the other bin come spring and hopefully have compost to set out on my garden in the spring. Let me walk over here. Now my hugelkultur mounds, they shrunk. So I will be adding more. It's really hard to see the definition, isn't it? These are a little bit bigger. This is where my pond dirt goes, and then I mulch over top. And I will be planting my elderberries in here. I think you can see this better, the definition. They will be taller when I keep adding the pond dirt to them. So I have 4 on each side. I know. Landscaping rule is supposed to be odd numbers. I hate odd numbers. I don't know why. This middle area, I probably will mulch all of this. Let me back up here so you can see the whole thing. I'm going to mulch in between the hugel mounds. I'm sinking. We're already underwater in our yard. I'm going to put a bench here to sit. And I'm going to put 2 big herbal spiral towers to plant herbs in. This is actually very sunny when the sun pops up. We're looking east right now. So the sun comes up through the trees, but midday this is full sun. And as you can see, and this is always the case for this yard, I'm sinking and I have standing water. And this is usually going to be until December to June. This is why I planted a lot of trees back here. I'm hoping the roots will drink more water. I would like to put a couple of rain gardens in here. So to try to combat the water. And I mulched this area. This is my little prairie garden. This I'm going to extend both ways to plant the spelt. I'm hoping I can build up the mulch big enough, then put dirt on top of that, and plant the spelt on top of the dirt. When the trees grow bigger, this won't work, but right now it will. Here's my little mullein plant. This is the first year. Next year, he's supposed to get a really tall tower of flowers, and then he's dead. So I love this. It's fuzzy, and this is actually my tobacco alternative. It also makes medicine. Very good for your lungs. If you have a lung cold or breathing problems, you can smoke this and it heals your lungs, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? And here's my little blue stem. First year. These are all first year. I have some hyssop. I have the bee balm, which looks very pretty, doesn't it, in the winter. I have a skull cap here that I should have seeded. I may have to, I don't know if there's any seeds left in there. We'll have to look. And my prairie blazing star. Okay, folks, that's it. I know you're probably dizzy now because my bad camera work. I'm hoping to work on that this year too. So you have a great day. I am going to go haul some mulch. Here's the final picture of the tiny little steps I've taken. This year's goal is a fence, and ducks, finishing the pond and the mounds. Have a great day, guys. Bye.